Have you ever wondered why, after the age of 70, so many people seem to fade away so quickly, even those who looked perfectly fine just a few months earlier? It's not random. In fact, data from the CDC and National Institute on Aging shows that 99% of senior deaths after 70 in America are tied to just 5 underlying causes, and many of them can be delayed or even avoided if you take action now. But here's the scary part. Most seniors don't even know they're at risk until it's too late, and they never get a second chance. In the United States alone, over 2.1 million adults over 70 die every year, and 4 out of every 5 of them had clear warning signs in their body that they ignored or didn't understand. That means this video could literally save a life today, maybe yours or someone you love. But if you miss even one part of this guide, you might miss the critical clue that applies to your body. This isn't just health advice. This is survival knowledge. The good news is, researchers at Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and Johns Hopkins have identified specific patterns and simple lifestyle changes that can drastically reduce your risk, even if you're already in your 70s, 80s, or beyond. But these changes have to be done right, or they won't work, and that's why you need to watch this entire video. We'll break down each of the 5 major causes of death in seniors and show you how to spot the signs, stop the progression, and rebuild your health one step at a time. So stick with us. This could be the most important 30 minutes you spend today. Let's begin with the first and most silent killer, heart disease. Meet Raymond, a 72-year-old retired mechanic from Dayton, Ohio. Raymond always considered himself healthy. He walked his dog daily, ate moderately, and didn't feel sick. But one morning he collapsed while taking out the trash. His heart had been silently stiffening and narrowing for years due to untreated high blood pressure and inflammation. No pain, no warning signs, until it was too late. He survived, but now lives with a pacemaker and can barely walk without support. What Raymond didn't know is that over 70% of people over 70 have some form of cardiovascular disease, and most never feel symptoms until damage has already been done. The heart weakens gradually. Arteries narrow from decades of cholesterol buildup. Your blood thickens, your blood pressure rises, and your heart has to work harder every single day to push blood through those stiffened pipes. Over time, it gives out. But here's the solution. Studies from the Framingham Heart Study show that seniors who walk briskly for 20 to 30 minutes, 5 days a week, eat 4 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables daily, and keep sodium intake under 1,500 milliliters reduce their risk of heart failure by nearly 50%. Just imagine how different Raymond's life would be today if he had known this just 1 year earlier. Now tell me, do you ever feel short of breath when climbing stairs? Do your feet swell at the end of the day? Is your blood pressure slightly high, but you've been watching it without medication? Let us know in the comments. Your experience might help someone else recognize the danger in time. The second cause is respiratory illness, especially chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD. It's more common than you think, even if you've never smoked a day in your life. Exposure to pollutants, secondhand smoke, and indoor dust can still inflame and scar your lungs. By age 70, your lungs naturally lose 30% of their capacity. Add in years of untreated asthma, allergies, or bronchitis, and you've got a ticking time bomb. Imagine this. Every breath you take at rest is shallow, but when you try to walk to the kitchen or tie your shoes, you feel winded. That's not just aging. It could be early-stage COPD. And here's what's even worse. People with lung disease are 3 times more likely to die from flu and pneumonia than healthy seniors. But there is hope. A groundbreaking study in the American Journal of Respiratory and Critical Care Medicine found that seniors who do diaphragmatic breathing exercises, deep belly breathing, for 10 minutes twice a day can strengthen lung function and delay progression of COPD significantly. Here's something easy to try. Sit upright in a chair. Put one hand on your belly and the other on your chest. Inhale deeply through your nose and make your belly rise, not your chest. Hold for 2 seconds, then slowly exhale through pursed lips. Do this for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes before bed. It might feel silly at first, but it could save your life. Now be honest, have you ever had trouble catching your breath even when sitting still? How long has it been since your last lung function test? If this video has helped you so far, please type yes in the comment section. If not, type no. This will help us create more valuable health content that meets your exact needs. Let's talk about the third and often most overlooked killer, diabetes and blood sugar mismanagement. The CDC reports that nearly 1 in 3 adults over 65 in the US has diabetes, and most don't even know it. Diabetes isn't just about sugar. It silently eats away at your blood vessels, damages your nerves, and weakens your immune system. That's why seniors with uncontrolled diabetes are more likely to suffer heart attacks, strokes, kidney failure, infections, and even sudden death. But here's what's shocking. Many seniors with normal fasting blood sugar still have dangerous spikes after meals that go undetected unless they check their glucose regularly. If you ever feel unusually tired after eating, or if you have unexplained tingling in your feet or blurry vision, those might be silent warnings. The good news? In a 15-year study from the University of Leicester, seniors who adopted a Mediterranean style in diet focused on whole grains, lean protein, leafy greens, olive oil, and moderate fruit saw a 37% drop in diabetes-related complications without needing aggressive medications. Now let me ask, do you ever feel dizzy after a meal? Do you often wake up at night to urinate? When was the last time you had your A1C tested? Type it below. Someone else might see your story and realize they need to get checked too. Now, let's move to the fourth major killer, cognitive decline and dementia. What many don't realize is that Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia don't just appear overnight. They build quietly, often beginning 15 to 20 years before diagnosis. According to the Alzheimer's Association, over 6.7 million Americans live with Alzheimer's. And by age 70, your chances of having some degree of cognitive impairment increase dramatically, especially if you've experienced chronic stress, sleep issues, or poor cardiovascular health. The brain is highly sensitive to inflammation, poor blood flow, and nutritional deficiencies, and it starts shrinking faster than you might think. Consider Margaret, an 81-year-old former school teacher. For years, she was sharp, social, and independent. But slowly, she started forgetting names, misplacing things, repeating stories. Her family brushed it off as normal aging. But within a year, she couldn't find her way home from the grocery store. It wasn't just forgetfulness. It was the early stages of Alzheimer's, and her brain scans showed severe shrinkage in the hippocampus, the memory center. The tragedy: early intervention could have slowed the progression. There's no full cure, but there is powerful prevention. Research published in The Lancet identified 12 modifiable risk factors for dementia, including hearing loss, social isolation, hypertension, and lack of physical activity. And in 2021, a groundbreaking study from the University of Eastern Finland showed that seniors who did mental training exercises for 30 minutes a day, such as puzzles, reading, learning a new language, or playing memory games, were able to slow brain aging by up to 8 years. Combine that with daily walking, a brain-healthy diet rich in omega-3s and antioxidants, and 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, and you've got a recipe to keep your brain young. Let's pause for a quick check-in. Do you often forget where you placed your keys? Have you found yourself searching for words more frequently? Does memory loss run in your family? If yes, comment below with brain check so others know they're not alone, and so we can support each other with practical tips. Now we've arrived at the fifth and final major killer: accidental falls and fractures. It may surprise you, but falls are the #1 cause of injury-related deaths among people over 70. One bad fall can change everything. A fractured hip, broken ribs, or head trauma can leave a previously active senior bedridden, and within 1 year of a serious fall, 25 to 30% of older adults will die, according to the CDC. The most dangerous part? Most falls happen at home, while doing routine things like getting out of bed or reaching for something in the bathroom. Let's talk about Charles, a 76-year-old former firefighter, strong, healthy, proud. But one icy morning he slipped on his front porch, fell backward, and hit his head. He survived the fall, but never fully recovered his balance or confidence. He became fearful of walking alone, and started declining rapidly in both physical and mental health. But here's the truth: nearly half of all falls in seniors are preventable with just a few changes in daily habits. Simple steps like installing grab bars in the bathroom, wearing non-slip shoes indoors, improving lighting in hallways, and doing daily balance exercises like standing on one leg for 30 seconds can make a massive difference. A 10-year study in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who practiced Tai Chi or chair yoga 3 times per week had 47% fewer falls and maintained better mobility into their 80s and 90s. If you've ever tripped over a rug or felt wobbly while getting dressed, don't brush it off. Comment "fall risk" below and tell us what small safety upgrade helped you feel more secure. Your story could inspire someone else to avoid disaster. Now, here's something you may not expect. Many seniors don't die from just one of these causes, but from a chain reaction. A heart condition leads to fatigue. Fatigue leads to less movement. Less movement leads to muscle loss. Muscle loss increases fall risk. A fall leads to a fracture. The hospital stay exposes you to infection, and infection leads to a rapid decline. That's how it happens, step by step, silently. But here's the powerful truth: you can break the chain at any point. You have more control than you think. So if you've been told it's just part of getting older, don't believe it. Aging is not a disease, and decline is not inevitable. The choices you make today, even simple ones like stretching in the morning, walking after dinner, or swapping soda for water, can reverse the trajectory. Remember this: every single system in your body is still repairable to some degree, even after 70. Your heart can get stronger. Your brain can build new connections. Your lungs can clear out. Your balance can improve, but only if you act. Let's talk about something that binds all these dangers together: chronic inflammation. It's called the silent killer for a reason. You can't see it. You can't feel it at first, but it's working quietly inside your body, slowly damaging your cells, weakening your immune system, and accelerating aging. Scientists now believe that inflammation is the common root of most age-related diseases, including heart disease, Alzheimer's, arthritis, diabetes, and even cancer. It's like a slow-burning fire that never stops unless you actively work to put it out. In a 2023 study published in Nature Aging, researchers found that seniors with high levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a marker of inflammation, had a 60% higher risk of mortality over the next 5 years, even if they had no other major symptoms. That's how powerful inflammation is. It's the quiet storm behind the scenes. But here's the good news: your daily habits either fuel that fire or cool it down. So what's the solution? Start with what you put on your plate. Processed meats, sugary drinks, white bread, fried foods. These are pro-inflammatory. But foods like blueberries, leafy greens, turmeric, extra virgin olive oil, and fatty fish are anti-inflammatory powerhouses. Studies show that seniors who follow a Mediterranean-style diet have significantly lower inflammation and a 33% lower risk of dying from chronic disease. Combine that with daily walking, deep breathing, and reducing stress, and you've got a simple but powerful anti-inflammation strategy that works. Here's a question. Have you ever experienced unexplained aches or stiffness that come and go, but your doctor says your blood work is fine? That could be low-grade inflammation. Type "cool the fire" in the comments if you're ready to fight inflammation head-on with natural proven tools. Now let's shift to something even more personal: emotional loneliness. It's not just about being alone. It's about feeling like no one truly understands you anymore. That deep, aching emptiness that grows when children move away, friends pass on, or your health makes it harder to socialize. And here's the scary part. The National Institute on Aging warns that loneliness can be as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It's not just a feeling. It physically damages your immune system, disrupts sleep, raises blood pressure, and increases your risk of death by 26%, but you don't have to face it alone. Did you know that simply talking to someone for 10 minutes a day, even over the phone, can reduce loneliness by 40%? Or that volunteering just one afternoon per week improves mood and lowers stress hormones? Even better, joining online communities with others facing the same struggles, like this channel's comment section, can offer daily emotional connection and comfort. That's why we always ask you to comment, to share, to speak up, because this is your space. We're building it for you. If you felt lonely this past month, type "I'm here" in the comments. Let someone know they're not the only one. One word might make someone else feel seen today. If this video has helped you so far, please type "yes" in the comment section. If not, type "no." This will help us create more valuable health content that meets your exact needs. Now, here's something most people miss. Muscle loss or sarcopenia is not just a cosmetic issue. It's a matter of life and death. After age 60, your body begins to lose 3 to 5% of its muscle mass each decade, and unless you actively work to rebuild it, you become weaker, more frail, and far more likely to fall, suffer fractures, or even die early. In fact, one Harvard study found that seniors with low muscle strength had a 70% higher mortality rate compared to their stronger peers, even if they were the same weight. Let's imagine Donna, a vibrant 74-year-old grandmother from Arizona. She used to walk her dog daily and dance at local events, but then, during the pandemic, she stayed indoors more. Her activity dropped, and within 18 months, she lost nearly 10 pounds of muscle without realizing it. The result? One minor trip over a carpet led to a major fall, weeks in bed, and a slow recovery. She told her doctor, "I didn't know my muscles were fading until I needed them." But muscle loss is reversible. That's the good news. You can rebuild it at any age with simple, consistent resistance movements, bodyweight squats, wall, push-ups, or lifting light household objects. Studies show that just 20 minutes of strength training, 3 times per week, can significantly boost muscle mass and reduce mortality risk in people over 70. If you've noticed you can't open jars like you used to, or feel weaker rising from a chair, you might be losing muscle. Comment "stronger now" below if you're ready to rebuild strength and protect your independence. Before we move on, here's a quick reminder. If you're finding this video valuable, please like it and share it. Not for us, but because your comment or share could be the reason someone else finally takes their health seriously. Imagine saving someone from a preventable fall or a silent heart attack just by commenting below or sending them this video. That's the kind of community we're building here, where seniors help each other live longer, stronger lives. Now let's talk about something that almost never gets discussed, but it might be the final common pathway through which many of these causes of death operate. That is chronic sleep deprivation. Yes, poor sleep is not just frustrating, it's dangerous. A new 2022 study from the University of California found that adults over 70 who get less than 6 hours of restful sleep per night are at significantly higher risk of heart disease, memory loss, depression, weakened immunity, and even early death. Sleep is when the brain cleans itself. It's when your blood pressure drops, your hormones balance, and your body does the deep repair work that keeps you functioning well the next day. But millions of seniors suffer from insomnia, fragmented sleep, or wake up too early, and most don't even know it's killing them slowly. According to the CDC, nearly 1 in 3 seniors over 65 reports significant sleep difficulties, yet only a small fraction ever gets help. You may think poor sleep is normal with age, but it's not. You may think waking up to use the bathroom 5 times a night is normal, but it's not. These are signals your body is out of balance and needs your help, and the fix doesn't always require pills. Start small. Set a regular bedtime. Stop caffeine after 2 p.m. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed. And perhaps most importantly, get morning sunlight within the first hour of waking up. This alone resets your circadian rhythm and can improve sleep quality dramatically over time. Studies also show that seniors who take magnesium glycinate or drink tart cherry juice before bed report deeper, longer sleep without the grogginess of medication. So here's the challenge. Have you tracked how many hours of restful sleep you actually get? Do you feel sharp when you wake up or foggy and irritated? Type better sleep in the comments if this is something you're going to start prioritizing this week. And now let's bring this full circle. We've covered the silent killers, cardiovascular disease, metabolic disorders, chronic inflammation, loneliness, muscle loss, and sleep deprivation. These are not random problems. They are tightly linked. When one shows up, the others are usually close behind, but they're also preventable. You have more control than you've been told. You are not powerless against aging. In fact, the people who live past 90 and even 100, the ones researchers call superagers, are not always genetically lucky. They are strategic. They prioritize connection. They move every day. They avoid toxic food. They sleep deeply. They stay curious, and they speak up when something doesn't feel right. This community, Seniors Health 24, was built for people just like you, not to give you false hope, but to arm you with the truth. Because the truth is empowering. The truth is you still have time, you still have strength, and you still have a say in how the next 10, 20, or even 30 years of your life will play out. Most seniors aren't dying because they're old. They're dying because of neglect of their own body, mind, and routines. We're here to change that. So take one thing from this video, just one, and do it today. Whether it's walking for 10 minutes, replacing sugar with berries, calling an old friend, or taking magnesium before bed, act now. Then come back here tomorrow and tell us what changed. Because the people in this comment section, they're not strangers, they're just like you. Some are battling health issues, some are feeling lost, some are thriving and want to help. And together, you form something that no pill can ever give you, a tribe with purpose. Before you scroll away, ask yourself, what did this video make me realize about my life today? Share your answer. One sentence, that's all. That one comment might save someone else's life, or it might inspire them to start walking again, or sleeping again, or reconnecting with the people who matter. Your voice matters here. This is not just a video, it's a spark. Let's build something real together. Keep watching, keep commenting, and we'll keep creating. Together, we are rewriting what it means to age.